thought. I'm on your Monday. Hope you guys are doing well out there. And yes, I know I'm a little bit behind on the streams. I know, but listen, it's going to smooth out. I just wanted you to know that. Yeah, I'm still around, so not to worry, but I'm getting things together. However, it is just one of those, I had a couple of thoughts, and of course, we're not short on any liners. I mean, there's some liners, meet me again, so we meet again, okay? I should have labeled it something like that, because these meat stories are popping up in the liners, I have at least two related to food and, of course, your agendas, your futuristic agendas. Good morning. Okay, so let me just open this up. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, Joseph Francis Burton. Good morning, Melinda. I just had some thoughts. Now, you guys tell me what you think in the comments. Now, I'm opening up this Monday media buzz, whatever you want to call it right now. But it kind of ties into this, it kind of ties into this. But what is it about the number 7? Is there a spiritual connectivity to our world? Is there some type of SPELL associated with the number 7? If you think about it, whether you want to go to old wives' tales or superstition, or you want to go to matters of finance, okay, we can start with the number, dare I say, whether it's spiritual or financial or superstition or supernatural. What is it about the number? We have it, biblically, on the 7th day, it was the 7th day, and of course, religious people, or people that want to argue about that 7th day and which one is the day that you keep holy. But then you think about it, you have 7 years before you're cleared of bankruptcy, 7 years to digestion if you swallow, let's go supernatural or superstition, to digest gum, 7 years of bad luck if you break a mirror, 7 years of bad luck, say possibly if you walk under a ladder, 7 years wars, 7 years to 2030 agenda. Come on, what is it? Give it to me straight. Now, when I look at the days of the week, okay, we have a hump day, but we have a hump day based on a 5-day week. But you can still have a hump day even with a 7-day week, right? Okay, so then this also brings me back to another All Summer in a Day by Ray Bradbury on the allegedly futuristic. That's what I wanted to get into. Futuristically, many things have been projected with the interval of 7. Okay, we're also talking about, say, for instance, some of those things that were written back in the 50s. They were futuristic, and then maybe even they were attached with 7 years, okay? So allegedly, or according to, it's fictitious, this is fiction apparently, short stories. We're talking at 7 years, the sun comes out every 7 years. Now, to me, that's starting to feel a little bit right on the dime, because in certain parts of the country, we're not seeing the sun like what in the past. Like, we're not seeing the sun as we did 20, 30 years ago, okay? Are we turning the planet into something else? Is the planet going to go through some kind of conversion within the next 7 years? I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. Okay? Because for example, in Ray Bradbury's piece, 7 years, the sun came out every 7 years. Okay, and the people lived under the ground because of the climate, the harsh climate. So are we turning planet Earth into Venus? Are we doing that? Are the powers, are they turning this into some type of Venus, their own version of Venus? There's a lot attached. I'm talking sun right now. These are just thoughts. Just let me know what you think in the comment. 7 years, there's a 7-year interval on a lot of things. 7-year hocus pocus, 7-year SPLL, 7 years, you give it, whatever you think, whatever comes to your mind in 7. Okay. But like I said, you can have it. There's a middle point in 7, right? Now, like, you know, the WEF, you know, what is going to happen in 7 years? What is it? You know, let's go spiritually. Is there projected, or you know, Christians, do they believe that 7 years? Is there a 7-year tribulation? Are these the birth pains before the 7-year tribulation? I'm just saying, you guys give it to me in the comments. I know you guys are, you know, here on Black Spring, you know, we're thinkers, not stinkers. And I say that all. be a thinker, not a stinker. Now that's spot. Let's put that on a t-shirt and give it to the youth. How about that? Because I swear they've all turned into, most of them have turned into robots, and many of the adults have turned into robots as well. So it's not just the kids, okay? So we're talking about just number 7, all right? So let me see who's here, and then I'll move us on to, you know, we've got these rationings and the CC, and, you know, we're going to create, we're going to fulfill, we're going to self-fulfill prophecies, right? Whether they're, no matter whose hand, you know, is on the wheel, you know, whose hand's behind the wheel. Okay, so let's see. Joseph Francis Burton says, in late 2021, I tried a few driving lessons. When I ran into every one of them were pulled by. Yep. Okay, a big from Joseph Francis Burton. Joseph Francis Burton said, it is cultural. Good morning to you, California Dreaming in NYC. Joseph Francis Burton says, I was in the Philippines a few months back, and there the special number is 4. Okay, so seasons and cycles, right? With seasons and cycles. We're on a cycle right now, whether you want to throw up or not, like you want to get off the wheel. You know, what this election season is going on. And oh my gosh, I heard Biden's, I sat through, let me just say this, okay? So now I'm getting a little ranty now. I'm all over the place right now. But here's the deal. Now, I sat and I listened to that Bloody Sunday hoo-ha yesterday. And Biden, I'm just thinking, what in the world? How can people be satiated with symbolism? Empty symbolism. You know, and it's all, you know, progress. People, there can be no progress if there's a struggle, there can't be progress without a struggle. Okay, well then you just kind of did a confirmation bias, right? Because as long as there's a struggle, whether it's imaginary, whether it's tangible, whether it's self-inflicted, or whether it's manufactured by the people who say that it exists, you are buying into this. You keep alive. It said keep hope alive. No, you're keeping something else alive. That's not what you're keeping alive. You're keeping something alive that is not going to. There is no actual cure for these isms, for the Marxism. There is no cure for that. So what do they talk about, that boogeyman and all these things that you keep chasing? You're chasing hope, and as long as people can sell you hope on a rope, you're always going to be chasing it, right? Because there's no cure for it. There's no cure. There's no cure for these things. You can't arrest racism. You can't erase sexism. You can't erase deadbeatism. You can't arrest these things. You can't arrest people's hearts. You can't arrest people's minds. You cannot arrest them. You cannot. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just thinking, you know, like, because I was listening to that Jubilee thing, and you got all of these people, like the rep is so not. I'm like, what have any of these politicians done? They lie, they cheat, they steal. What else is new? They propagate hope. perpetuate hope. They stimulate hope. They create the problems, and then so they can stimulate you some more. So there's never an end. It's almost like I heard people say, "Oh, did you see Biden? He was in Selma, Alabama yesterday." And what did that do? I mean, he's been around for decades, right? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe the SPLL, the bewitchery. The bewitchery is real. It really is. It's like you guys are begging your symbolism gods. Oh, please give us some more symbolism. Oh, please, please, please. Oh, yeah, by the way, you guys you're benefiting from the Inflation Reduction Act, or this is Build Back Fair. Build Back Fair. Now, see, keep in mind, a lot of these cities are run by the people that they've put in place. Okay, just keep that in mind. Okay, you make it all about skin color, and you're still in the same rut. It's not rut, it's rot. At this point, it's just rotten and breaking off to the next generation. You're breaking off pieces now. All you're doing is breaking off rotten pieces and handing them to the next generation and calling it hope and progress. I mean, God, my gosh, people, I'm just saying, when does it stop? When does it end? It won't end, because there's no real cure. There's no real cure. You know, there's no real cure. I'm just saying. I'm on a whole lot of things right now. I started out 7 years. I started out with 7 years bad luck, and now I'm on symbolism from all these jubilees and bridge crossings, and it's like, oh, give us another structure, please give us another structure. They're baiting. Oh, it's time to build back fair. What? I'm just saying, you know, it's one thing about this generation, this newer generation. I don't know how much longer they can, have they not woken up to? You guys are still buying into this civil rights, civil rightism. Because I'm going to tell you guys, even back in the 19th century, they were trying to twining all these isms together. They would link a Sojourner Truth with civil rights, which of course she needed to be where she was. Yeah, was there a need? Yeah, but at the same time, I believe it was, you know, some of these same factions, dare I say the liberals, were putting people on back then. The only way you could get invited to something is if a liberal put you on. And those organizations were really founded by white people. Okay, I'm just saying. Look, you know, we're living in I gotta say, call it what it is. The original founding person was not black, but they put a black face on it, and then it's still. But what is it now? I mean, if you keep the original, I think the original agendas for these organizations, it's still the same. It didn't change, okay? I don't think it changed. Let's see who's there. Those agendas did not change. There's been no real progress. It's like, I'm telling you guys, I talk about this randomly all the time. I talk about narcissism, because I'm telling you what love bombing, like they love bomb the shit out. Idealization stage, and then you get the devalue, and then get discard. But it's never really a true discard, because see, all of it is an illusion. It's an illusion, but they've got to give you just enough. All these groups in this harem garage of all their isms and their little social protected classes or group, they just rotate you in and out. And to me, my friends, that's narcissism. That's a narcissism. It's a cycle for minorities. That's got to be your narcissism. They bring on the LGBTQ That's got to be your narcissism. They bring on the LGBTQ, MOUSE, MOUSE group. They bring them on, rotate them out. Oh, it's your turn. Okay, so whose group is it next? They rotate them. I'm telling you, the Harem Garage is full of these groups. Okay, it's full of these groups. They just rotate them in and out on these political agendas. Jubilee, Bloody Sunday, all that stuff. That's just another little something they're throwing your way, because they gotta keep you. They gotta keep you flowing. So who's next? Let's see, who's next? You guys put in the comments. Who's next? Who's next that they're gonna rotate in this before the 4-year cycle, the season starts? Who is it? Who's it gonna be? Whose turn is it next? I'm telling you, it's never that far away. It's never going to be. This is the thing I want to say to my friends that, whether you're black, whether you consider yourself black, African American, it's never going to be you and your lovely little Dems and your libs. It's never going to be you and just you and them. It's always going to be, there's always going to be the primary, that primary supply, that secondary supply, the tertiary supply. It's always going to be those groups in there. It's never going to be you and just them. So just know that the codependency is what it is. They know that you're stuck. They know that you're stuck emotionally from trauma, whether it's trauma, the past. They know that the struggles have got you stuck, and they want to keep you stuck. And my friends, that is what narcissism is. Narcissism, they train you to accept the abuse. They train you to accept. They groom you. You're groomed all the time. Your politicians groom you all the time because they know you're going to come back to them. So it's not like some people say, oh yeah, they got Stockholm syndrome. No, it's worse than that. It's worse than that, because you're never going to be rid of them. Because as soon as something goes wrong with one of these other groups or goes wrong, oh, guess who you're going to run back to? You're going to run back to them. You're going to run back to your civil rights and your NAACPs, and you're going to run back to all these people that you're going to run back to your caucuses, and you're going to run back to all those little people that are a part of the flying monkeys. That's what you're going to do. The flying monkeys are running the show. So I'm telling you, it's without a doubt the entire, it's like, it has to, for one, they have to feed off of, darkness has to be fed, okay? So somebody's gonna get mistreated, all right? It's just inevitable. It is inevitable. You're gonna be mistreated in this cycle, okay? You're gonna be mistreated. I gotta tell you, you're going to be mistreated. There's no way around it, because it has to be fed. It has to be fed. So I'm all over the place, but hey, I say this all the time. I truly believe that. I believe the black community, the African American community, we are groomed for toxic relationships, and we seek other toxic things because we know that's what we're used to. You can't, it's hard to break it. I know. Don't we know? We know. But I'm just saying, in this election season, you get to see which groups are going to get the love bomb, and which groups are going to be put on the back burner supply. Now, black people stay on the back burner. I'm just trying to tell you. You stay on the back here, but you're not that far away. They know. They triangulate you. They triangulate you against the LGBTQ, MOUSE. Triangulate you against them. They triangulate you against, illegals or, Latino community. They triangulate all the time. It's the perfect storm, right? But it works. Look, it works. It works. They study. They always talk about in Washington, we got a committee, a study group. Well, they know they're studying your psychology. They have studied and mined your trauma. And they've got to keep you in that trauma. And they've got to keep you in that stuck. They got to keep you stuck. Because they don't want you to move on. They don't want you to move forward. Because they know with enough time and enough, you'll see the game. You'll see when enough time goes by, when the confusion goes down, and you can detox, you can see the game. You can see the game and how it's being played against everyone. Triangulation. Sick, twisted, but they know it works. You think they care that it's twisted? Their agenda is twisted? No. Do you think they're going to stop because it's twisted? No. They're not. They just change their tactics. They just mine you a little bit more. They just keep going, right? Keep the same energy. But like I said, they do it all the time. They do it all the time. It's abuse. Yes, it's toxic abuse. Toxicity breeds toxicity, I believe. I hate to say it, but it does. You can't get around it. So, I started all that. How did I go there? Those were just some thoughts I had about, the narcissistic powers that be and the government, and how black people are on there or in the harem garage. Yeah. You get to be the side chick, glorified side chick, and then you get bumped down. Will they ever have a true new supply? No. No, they won't. They just keep rotating you in and out and triangulating you against other people. That's all they're going to do. And they do it, it's not just black people. Everybody's in the garage. Everybody's in the garage. Now, when I'm just saying, they pull you out when they want to. So you guys are hooping it up in the chat. I have burned a whole whopping 23 minutes and 28 minutes, 23 minutes and 30 seconds, or 28 seconds at that moment. But yeah, I was just thinking about how, toxic people or toxic organizations or toxic forces love to keep people stuck in their trauma. They love to keep you there because they know you can't get past that. And they know that toxicity punishes. If you put it in the garage. Yep. Just saying. All right, enough of that. But I can't hardly stand. I can't watch these symbolism shows. It's really promises. Let me get off of that. So, Britain's rationing vegetables now, right? We're going to talk about this because we've been talking a little bit about economy, food supplies, the whole nine. So, it's my goal to get back on later. How are you doing, Derek C. Williams? I got that narcissism in there, toxic codependency, validation. I dropped that in there. I'm just saying it. I'm just telling you. Narcissists serve themselves. They do. It's not about you. It's about them serving themselves. Okay. All right, Derek C. Williams. I really appreciate it. So yeah. but yeah, but guys, I have really, so the thing is, I want to bring you some, dare I say, I want to bring you some moron meat. And you're probably thinking, do we have to? We have to go through this again. But I want to shout out to Derek C. Williams. Yeah, but we're on the cusp of something. Derek C. Williams says, shout out to everybody that was able to pop in. Derek says, quick pop in as I ready myself for a Monday grind. I appreciate it. Derek C. Williams, I appreciate every single one of you for listening to something or finding some value in my words. But I will say that I will, on this day, I will be, hopefully I can, deal with the whatevers of a Monday and, and live with the discernment that I've been taught, that I ask for every single day, that I pray for every day, that I can live with it, have the courage, because it's one thing to have discernment, but can you live with what it reveals, or can you live with it? Can you? That's next level stuff, that, for anybody. But, yeah, I appreciate you guys per usual. I'm never ungrateful to you guys. I'm just behind on the stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to come in this evening. So I want to say hi to everybody real quick. I've seen Marcy T, Joseph Francis Burton, Melinda, and Derek, and the prolific Derek C. Williams is in the house. Everybody, if you're not tuned into Derek C. Williams, as they say, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you came here to do. But if you don't do anything else, check it out. But we'll check out some food liners later. California Dreaming at NYC. It's nice to see you here. Joseph Francis Burton, Marcy T. I appreciate you guys so much for coming in. I really do. And it is a Monday. It is. You made it to another Monday. All right, guys. So, like I said, I'm going to try to get back in, even if it's just for a brief, like a 1 hour. Because, you can go deep if you want. You can deep dive just about anything right about now. But I appreciate you guys for coming in and burning these minutes with me. Have a great Monday and recharge, and, take your moments wherever you can. And Marcy T says there's an alert. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on. Freedom's March here. Yes, Freedom's March. And Freedom's March says his notifications have been going out. It says, I think BSW just drove through under a tunnel. Yeah, the tunnel is, they are the tunnel. But I appreciate you guys. So let me see if I can get back in at least between this afternoon, definitely no later than this afternoon. But I definitely want to catch up with you guys. There's a lot going on, right? A lot going on, okay? So hang in there and, yeah, keep your eyes open. All right, guys, I will see you later. If I didn't get anybody, I do apologize in as sincerely as I can. Let's see. Melinda. Yeah, and I don't know, for what it's worth, if you could hit that whatever button there. Hit that button. Hit their button. It's their button, okay? Their like button. Their like button for me. Okay? If you can do that, try it. All right, guys. Well, I will get in with you later. And yeah, I want to rant some more, but I got to get out of here because I got to do my roll with everybody else. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Well, I will check in with you later. That's my goal. All right, but we're going to do some liners later, and I'm still working on the studio, so don't forget, I'm working on it. But I'll check in with you later. Have a great day so far. Great start to the Monday.